So I'm sure a lot of people want to know what I thought about the Xbox showcase. Maybe some of you won't. I thought it was a very good show. I thought, in terms of a gamer show, that it was very well put together. I think that there was a lot of cool stuff that was shown, and I want to kind of go over exactly what was shown and my opinion on what was shown, and then kind of give my critiques and things like that. But I'll get my score sort of out of the way real quick, because I think that that is something that a lot of people want to hear. So I give it a minus. If you want to give it like a through F or whatever, so I give it an A minus. I gave it a 9 out of 10 if you want to count it kind of that way. Started off with some Call of Duty. That's some old school feel right there, because Call of Duty is a franchise that used to kick off Xbox 360 showcases back in the day, so I thought they did a good job with that. They showed off Flight Simulator. I don't really care about that either way. Fable, I thought, we got a lot of gameplay there. Really good job with that. I think the game looks beautiful. The main problem that I have with this game is the previous games let you create, your own character, pick who you wanted to be. This one, since they're kind of focusing on one female character, I'm wondering if they're not going to allow you to pick your character like previous games. Like, to me, that would be a huge mistake. I hope they allow us to pick who we want to be. But the fact that this one seems like it's a fully voiced character, seems like they might go the other way. State of Decay 3 I thought looked great. You could tell that this is a big Unreal Engine game. I love the fact that they are kind of going full AAA with this. It looks really, really good. Indiana Jones looked freaking phenomenal. I can't wait to play that game. Really looks good. They did some World of Warcraft stuff. People thought maybe it's coming to console, but no, not coming to console. It's just one of those things where they own the company, so we're doing it. Who knows? But anyway, so that's cool, I guess. Then this game called Mixtape, it seems like filler. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers, more filler. Sea of Thieves update. Dragon Age, the Velguard. Looks like that game's coming out this year. Looks pretty good, I guess. I'm not going to really complain about it. Thought it looked pretty damn good. Perfect Dark was probably a surprise, because we'd heard that the game wasn't looking good and it was having all kinds of problems. But honestly, the game looked great. Aside from Joanna Dark's character, her character I thought looked horrible for whatever reason. Take it for what it's worth. Her character does not look good. Anyway, so you had that. Then you had Elder Scrolls Online update, a game called Atomfall, and then a game called Frankpunk. Those games looked kind of like just whatever. Doom, The Dark Ages, I thought looked phenomenal. That was a game that was announced for Xbox and PC and PlayStation 5. So even though they didn't put PS5 on any of the stuff on the shows, it was weird how they did this. So kind of like what happened was everything said Xbox, PC, Game Pass, right? The problem is that nothing said exclusive or console exclusive. So previous years you always saw that, and then now you don't see that at all. So yeah, it's a little bit kind of weird to see that. Assassin's Creed Shadow just looks like more Assassin's Creed. Expedition 33. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater looks phenomenal. That's a really, really good looking game. This looked much better than the previous time that we saw it. Flintock, The Siege of Dawn, Mech Break. We thought it was Gundam at first, but it turns out it's Discount Gundam. Avowed, really excited for this game as well. Looks phenomenal. It looked much better this time around than it did previously. Stalker 2 looked good. Obviously, that's going to be one to kind of look out for as well. South of Midnight, I thought was a very well put together game. I liked that game. The style, the gameplay, all that kind of stuff looked like a third-person adventure or whatever. But the only problem that I had was I wasn't a big fan of, like, they put it in that 24 frames per second, whatever, like that Spider-Man movie or whatever, the cartoon one where it looks like it's claymation or whatever, that odd kind of movement. The cutscenes are like that, so it's a little bit jarring. I don't know, maybe I'll get used to it, but the game overall looked really good. That's going to come out next year. We got a sincere lack of release dates, which I thought was strange. Stalker 2, like I said, looked good. Fallout 76, you knew that stuff was coming. Winterboro, another game that kind of just was filler. A new Diablo 4 expansion or whatever. Age of Mythology Retold, Shattered Space from Starfield I thought looked absolutely incredible, really, really good stuff at the end of the day. And, you know, I feel like Microsoft put on a really good show. Life is Strange, like I said, looked pretty good. The stuff that they showed was really good. Like I said, I give it a very good 9 out of 10 or A minus or whatever you want to call it. The only issue that I really had was they didn't clear anything up. Maybe they just thought if they put on a great show that people would forget about the exclusives going to PlayStation or whatever. I didn't really look at it that way. I looked at it as, you know, we didn't get any clarity. They also announced some new hardware or whatever. Like the hardware that they announced was the white Series X that's going to be $449. They announced a special edition Xbox console that's going to be $599. So, like, to me, that's kind of a crazy price point. I don't know who they're trying to sell that to, but you know, at the end of the day, they're kind of going to do what they're going to do, I guess. You know, like I said, really cool stuff that they did show off. It was a really great showcase. Easy to say that this was a way better showcase than what we've gotten from anywhere else. Way better than like the Games Fest and all that kind of stuff. You know, but anyway, you know, just honestly there's a couple things to be disappointed in, but overall, I thought it was just a fantastic job. And you know, again, I think, like, is this going to be a good enough job? Did it do a good job? Like, if I was judging this from a thing that's going to sell people on Xbox, I would give it a D, because I don't feel like they did a really good job of getting things kind of out there for gamers. You know, like the thing that sold me the most, in my opinion, was the fact that they had Gears of War E-Day. Now, they brought back Gears of War, the of War part. They brought that back. They brought back Dom. They brought back, you know, these characters that people are excited for. You know what I mean? Like, that's exciting, you know, to me anyway. The fact that they've got all these great characters, and, you know, it's going to be a game that takes place, 15 years before the first Gears of War, which I think is awesome. I love seeing that. So I love the fact that I wasn't a fan of the old of 4 and 5 so much, so I'm happy that they kind of dumped those characters. I know some people are going to be upset about that or whatever, but I like the fact that they're kind of going back into this more gritty and dark story, and that Dom is back, and it's, you know, Marcus, and, you know, this is the kind of cool stuff that I think, and this is going to be the next mainline Gears game, and that's, I think, an exciting aspect. Now, like I said, is stuff going to be exclusive? I don't have any way to know. We'll see, I guess. You know, at the end of the day, I think it really kind of all comes down to Microsoft doing what Microsoft wants to do. You know, if there's going to be something, you know, exclusive, then great. I hope that they gave people a reason to buy one for a change. But I would love to hear what you guys think, though. What did you guys think? Like I said, it's a A- for me, or a 9 out of 10. What did you guys think about it? I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get like a new haptic controller or whatever, but, you know, I guess we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.